Bhavish Chaudhary and his mother Shushila continuously churn these bilonas for up to an hour. If they stop for even a second, this batch of ghee will be ruined. Bilona Ghee is clarified butter that's hand-churned using a certain type of wooden beater called a bilona and made from the milk of South Asian cow breeds. In general, ghee is more expensive than traditional butter, and in India, ghee made this way can cost over 3 times as much as factory-made ghee. But there are plenty willing to pay the price.
जो घी की इम्पोर्टेंस है वो ऐसी है कि एक कहावत है कि घी खाओ चाहे कर्ज लेकर खाओ.
So why has this ghee risen to the top? And why is it so expensive? Ghee is a staple of South Asian cooking. It's commonly eaten on chapati, lentils, rice and more.
अगर घी नहीं खाएंगे तो अपनी दादी नानी अपने को फटकार लगाएगी.
Because of the clarification process, ghee's flavour is nuttier and more concentrated than butter. But aside from taste, there are practical reasons to choose ghee over butter. Without any milk solids, ghee can be stored for a longer time without spoiling. Plus, it has a higher smoke point than butter, which means it's better suited for cooking at high temperatures. Making this nutty, nutritious ghee requires time, specialised equipment, and happy cows. Bhavish's process starts at 5:30 in the morning in Rajasthan, India. Whereas most butter is made by churning cream, this type of ghee is made like cheese, by separating curds and whey from milk. The cream method is mechanised and is what's used commercially to make a lot of ghee quickly, whereas the Bilona method is done completely by hand. On Bhavish's farm, he and his team need 30 hours to produce just 1 kilogram of ghee. Good ghee requires a good pot, which Bhavish must select with his ears. According to Bhavish, a good pot rings like a bell, while a low-quality one has invisible flaws that make it sound flat.
जैसे मैं इसको ऐसे बजाऊंगा तो देखो ये उतने ज़्यादा अच्छे से नहीं बज रहा. जैसे मैं इसको ऐसे बजाऊंगा तो देखो ये उतने ज़्यादा अच्छे से नहीं बज रहा, क्योंकि इसमें इसकी जो क्वालिटी और बनावट जो है उसकी उतनी ज़्यादा मजबूत है नहीं इसमें.
The perfect pot is important because the entire process, from raw milk to ghee, takes place inside it. After heating the milk from morning to night, and then letting it cool until the next day, he adds a starter to the milk to jumpstart the curdling process.
अमन लगाने के लिए हम थोड़ा सा खट्टा दही या थोड़ी सी खट्टी छाछ काम में लेते हैं. तो उस टाइम पे दूध का टेम्परेचर अप्रोक्स 45 डिग्री सेल्सियस होना चाहिए. उस सही तापमान पे ही दूध का दही जमेगा और रात भर के लिए हम उन मटकों को ढककर छोड़ देते हैं.
The ghee is left to culture. Fermenting the milk in this way allows the ghee to develop complex flavors not commonly found in other types of butter.
ये देखिए सुबह का टाइम है और अभी जो अपना दही है एकदम परफेक्ट जमकर तैयार हो रखा है. अब इसमें थोड़ा सा हम गर्म पानी डाल के इसका बिलोना करेंगे.
Using rope and a post for stability, Bhavish and Shushila twist the bilona back and forth to agitate the curd.
इसमें लंबा प्रोसेस रहता है, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखना पड़ता है.
The Bilona method goes back thousands of years, and the tools haven't changed much. It only takes around 2 hours to make a Bilona by hand from shisham wood, but you have to be in the right place to buy one. Bhavish sources new Bilonas from elders in the village.
को उनको नॉलेज होता है बनाने का, क्योंकि लकड़ी को जब अपन घुमाते हैं तो वो लकड़ी भी एकदम सीधी होनी चाहिए. अगर उसमें बैंड होगा तो वो अच्छे से नहीं घूमेगी. और नीचे जब उसके 4 पंखुड़ियाँ होती हैं तो चारों का भी बैलेंस होना चाहिए.
While the Bilona is in use, the wood absorbs oil from the ghee. This helps to preserve the tool and extend its life.
जो बिलोना लकड़ी हम काम में ले रहे हैं ये तो मेरे बचपन से भी पहले की है।
It takes about an hour of continuous churning to separate the butter from the buttermilk.
और उसके बाद में अपने को ठंडा पानी डालना पड़ता है लास्ट में, और फिर अपना जो मक्खन है वो पूरा अच्छी तरह से ऊपर तैरने लगता है।
The result of all that churning is this, makhan, or cultured butter. To turn it into ghee, Bhavish heats it up again. Boiling the butter clarifies it, which means the liquid is separate from the milk solids. The longer he cooks the ghee, the nuttier the aroma and deeper its golden colour. The sweet spot is usually around 1 to 2 hours. What's left in the pot is Bilona Ghee, ready to be shipped out and eaten. But only after a blessing from Shushila.
लस्सी को ऐसे नमस्कार करते हैं सूर्य से कि हे भगवान हमें लस्सी दी है, ऐसे हमें लस्सी सभी को दे, अच्छा घी दे, अच्छा दूध लस्सी दे।
Bhavish and his family have made ghee for generations, but in 2020 he took his business online. In 2022, the global ghee market peaked at $49.2 billion. Some estimates expect that number to hit $73.5 billion by 2028. And demand for a product like Bhavish's continues to grow as well, even when it can cost around 3 times as much as the industrial version. That's because his ghee comes from these indigenous cows. All of these cows are South Asian breeds, popularly known as Desi cows. A Desi cow produces about 10 to 12 litres of milk a day. That's half as much as industrial cows, and nothing can happen if a calf isn't around. But Bhavish says the quality of their milk makes up for the lower yield.
देसी गाय का जो दूध रहता है वो काफ़ी गाढ़ा रहता है, उसमें फैट कंटेंट ज़्यादा रहता है और जो खाने में जो मिठास आती है वो ज़्यादा मिलती है।
It takes over 20 litres of milk to make just 1 litre of ghee. So when demand is high, Bhavish buys milk from other farmers in the village to keep up. Ghee made using Bhavish's methods from the milk of indigenous cows is often marketed as A2 Desi Ghee. A2 refers to a specific type of protein found in milk, beta-casein. While milk from Western dairy cows contains both A1 and A2 beta-casein, milk from Desi cows only contains the A2 protein. In researching what this difference means, a 2016 study found that A2 milk was easier for people with lactose intolerance to digest.
वो बोलते हैं ना कि कुछ चीज़ें साइंस से भी परे होती हैं।
For many of Bhavish's customers, the difference between A1 and A2 ghee is an Ayurvedic and religious one.
जैसा खाए अन्न वैसा होए मन। तो अगर अपन किसी दुखी गाय का दूध घी खा रहे हैं तो अपन कहीं ना कहीं दुखी फील करेंगे।
Bhavish's biggest orders come from cities nationwide, but they are a long way from his remote village.
गांव से शहर के लिए डायरेक्ट कोई कोरियर सर्विस मिलना मतलब थोड़ा सा चैलेंजिंग रहता है।
But despite the logistical challenges, Bhavish likes the work.
उसमें कोई टफ पार्ट नहीं है, उसमें मज़ा आता है। सुबह के टाइम में एक तो अपनी अच्छी खासी एक्सरसाइज हो जाती है, अपना पसीना भी निकल जाता है बॉडी का, और हेल्थ ही बनी रहती है। हेल्थ बनी रहेगी, एक्सरसाइज हो जाएगी, जिम जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है और अच्छा घी निकल के आएगा अपने को।